8 unsuspecting singles.
Reality TV has never been more popular. For many, who needs a soap when you can watch real-life drama?
You okay?
No, I'm not. I'm okay.
You might be stranded on a beach with your ex, or sent to Cardiff from the valleys. But have things gone too far? Last June, Love Island contestant Sophie Graydon took her own life. Then in March, fellow contestant Mike Thalasitis was found dead in a park. His inquest is due in June. And just last week, the Jeremy Kyle show was cancelled after one of its guests died shortly after filming. MPs have now launched an inquiry into reality TV. Successful reality stars get free clothes, get to travel the world, and they're paid millions just for being themselves. So it's no wonder so many people, particularly young people, are attracted to the idea. We've been told by those in the industry that the quality of psychological support and aftercare can vary greatly. In some cases, it's said to be nothing more than a box-ticking exercise. A quick phone call, and that's it. Casey, come on in.
I'm Jess Impiazzi. You may have seen me on shows like X on the Beach and Celebrity Big Brother.
Jess always wanted to act. She even went to a prestigious drama school, but at 17 her mum went blind, and Jess gave up her acting dream to become her carer.
No, you listen. I actually called the cow.
A few years later, Jess was offered the opportunity to appear on reality TV. She thought this was her chance.
It's back. X on the beach, and we've done it again.
Things you say you wouldn't do. Like, I would never in my life, back then, even thought I would go that crazy on MTV or, you know, have sex on TV. And, you know, 6 sambucas in, the end of a night, your boyfriend's there, you're outside. The cameras are everywhere and you just don't think. I did beg them. I was like, please don't show that. But, you know, if you've signed your life away when you go on to them.
I didn't like what I was seeing on the TV. It's not my cup of tea. Really.
I can't imagine it's many parents' dreams for them to go on reality TV shows where people are having sex and drinking and all that type of stuff.
You just don't want to see that. You didn't bring your child up like that, and you don't want to see that.
X on the Beach made Jess a celebrity and led to many job opportunities.
Series 2 I felt was very organic. I did have a good time. The producers weren't putting any pressure on me. I had a good relationship with them. Series 5, on the other hand, was the opposite of that. I felt under pressure the minute I walked in that you had to hook up with someone. I had a producer say, lots of shagging tonight, please, girls, and that's when I thought, I need to leave now. Why would you be telling me to do that? Is this a porn set? Like, it just made me feel really cheap. And these were all random guys in the second time I went on. It was just random people, really. Some that I just met that day. It might have just been a throwaway comment, but still, I think that's where I say about the responsibility of producers, that's where that needs to come in.
You've been quite critical of some of the producers that you've worked with. I suppose some would argue that you're paid a fee, that you know what this show is about. What would you say to that?
Yeah, we know what the show's about, but I've never said to them, oh yes, I'm going to come on your show and behave in that way. I go on because they liked me as a person, you know.
Another member of the cast has told us she too was disgusted by the producers' comments about sex. Jess, meanwhile, left the show. She says she had seen a psychologist before going onto it, but never received any aftercare. A year after he appeared on Love Island, Mike Thalasitis took part in the 10th series of X on the Beach in 2018. Shortly after his death, it was announced his series would not be broadcast. Jess appreciates the challenges reality TV producers face when it comes to caring for contributors.
You can't control what people are saying on social media, and you can't watch someone for the rest of their lives. So it's such a hard, sensitive subject.
In a statement, WizKid Entertainment said,
"Contributor care is very important to us. Before production, we ensure a support structure is in place, and all cast members are carefully interviewed and screened before going on camera. Contributors are made fully aware of the nature of the programme before filming, and we clearly highlight the impact of an increased public profile resulting from appearing in the show. strict protocols around sex are in place to protect our cast. Jess was a standout and well-liked cast member of Series 2, which is why she was asked to return for a subsequent series, which she was happy to do. We regularly review our contributor care protocols to ensure we are providing the best level of care possible.
Hey, I'm Farah and I was an original cast member of Ex on the Beach Series 1.
Farah was scouted in a nightclub. 2 weeks later, she was filming in Mexico.
Great cast members, great experience, you know, going away, going abroad, I love to travel. You come out, you know, your social media following skyrockets and that automatically enables you to collaborate with different brands. You get all sorts of opportunities coming your way. You also have to take into account trolls on social media. They see you on air for an hour once a week. I think it was for 2 or 3 months, and they almost feel like they know who you are.
What about pressure to have sex, for example?
I didn't have pressure to have sex from the producers or anyone from the show. Definitely a mixed experience, more positives than negatives. Overall, would I do it again? Yeah, I would.
Farah would like to do a love-based reality show next. She hopes lessons can be learned from what's happened to the contestants on Love Island and the Jeremy Kyle show.
I don't think anyone wants these shows to be axed. You know, they've been on for however long, they're successful, but just make sure the care is there.
Yes, fine. Hello, fy enw fi yw Carley a fyddwch chi'n nabod fi o'r Valleys. Hello, my name is Carley and you might know me from the Valleys. Series 1, I loved it. It was a crazy experience, like being stuck in a house for 6 weeks with no TV, no phone, with a bunch of people you've never met.
I want to be as rich and as famous as I can possibly be.
You can take the kids out of the valleys, but you will never take the valleys out of the kids.
8 people from the valleys living together is going to be mental.
They wear more makeup than clothes.
Was there ever any pressure on you to have sex or anything like that? There was never, any pressure to ever have sex or anything. There was never pressure to drink.
During filming for Series 2, Carley's mum was extremely ill. She had cancer and was deteriorating fast.
My mum passed away during the day that the second episode aired in the second series. She passed away at home, peacefully with all the family. She was, my best friend. She was my mum and my dad for the majority of my life.
Looking back to the darkest period of her life, Carley believes she wasn't strong enough to work. Yet she says she did filming a day after her mum's death. Money was a concern, and she didn't want to let people down.
And they were on schedule to get it finished, and obviously if that hadn't have been aired, I would have felt like I'd be letting all the cast down as well. So I did feel under pressure to get it done. Well, you're just thinking about it now, at the age of 28, I didn't really feel in control then.
I told a TV psychologist about what happened with you and your mum, and she said that she couldn't comment on an individual case, but she said in a situation like that, she would want an independent psychologist to have a private chat with a person before continuing with filming. Did that happen with you?
Not at all, no. And I think that they should have made me go through, whether it was counselling or psychiatrist, because I definitely needed it, and although I may not have recognised it at the time, I feel like they should have recognised it. It does make me feel emotional, so such a difficult time, and I was only 22, so I think they should have looked after me, and they didn't, so. I definitely should have seen a counsellor, I should have had help, I was so young.
True North, the production company for the Valleys, says it has a long-term relationship with Carley, including working on current projects with her. A few weeks ago, when her dad died, the producers sent her flowers. True North says it takes its duty of care responsibilities extremely seriously and is confident that the team did not put Carley under any pressure to film. The company says Carley was offered friendship and support around the time she lost her mum, and the schedule was adapted around her needs. After 3 years and 3 series of The Valleys, Carley got a phone call saying it was all over. She says she never received any aftercare, and one of her castmates struggled to get a job for years. There'll be people who are watching who literally have no sympathy for reality TV stars. What would you say to them?
Just that, you know, I understand that when you sign up to, you know, a programme like The Valleys, that you put yourself out there, but given the recent losses with Mike and Sophie, I think that something really has to change, because reality TV is not going anywhere. And so if it's not going anywhere, then something has to be put in place. Like, there should be rules.
True North says it's constantly reviewing its duty of care practices and will continue to do so after hearing about Carley's concerns.